If you've been training for months or even years and your body still hasn't really changed, probably the problem is your recovery sucks, your internal system is off, and your training has no real progression behind it. I think it comes down to these three things. Well, as a beginner, whatever you do works. Your program, your diet, everything may suck, but you still make progress. But it gets to a point where you're not a beginner anymore. You don't have these newbie gains anymore. And this is the time where things have to change. But most people stay stuck there because they don't change things. They keep having the habits that they had in the beginning. And the problem is not even training hard. Most guys who have been going to the gym for a few months or even a year know how to train hard. But the problem is that they don't create an environment for their bodies to grow. They are tired all the time. Their sleep sucks. They cannot produce energy properly. They have low energy, their hormones are all over the place, their testosterone is low, digestion is horrible, and their recovery is bad. And these are the factors that will differentiate the good, the best, from the average and the bad. Most guys are trying to outwork their biology, and this does not work well in the long run. Your body builds muscle when recovery is good, when energy is good, when your digestion is working properly, when your hormones are doing great. And of course, when your training has a structure behind it. Because this is also a problem. Most guys have these random training programs for months and years without a single structure, without a goal. Because if you don't have a certain goal, your workout programs will be all over the place. So to help you out, I made a muscle building mastery guide, which have all the rules that I use for myself and clients to make progress, to get them jacked, like these examples. So go in the link in the description, put your email, and you will get it right away. And a lot of guys are burning themselves down because they have a lot of volume in their training, a lot of exercises, too much junk training, zero recovery, and deficient diets. Most guys that come to train with me, to work with me, have these problems: deficient diets, too much volume, too many exercises in a single session, and that's why they're stuck. That's why they're not seeing their strength going up. And when we fix these things, their strength explodes. And I have an example here on my channel. You can see this video here. After this one, you'll see how we did things for him to make a lot of progress in just 2 months. And one thing you have to put in your mind: there's a difference in training for adaptation and training for fatigue. And most people are just training for fatigue. They're just chasing the pump, pushing hard, pushing to the limit. For muscle growth, you need progression, and you need to give your body a reason to adapt. And most people never understand fatigue management properly. If your body doesn't recover properly, your performance will drop. This is a reason why there are people who train less but still makes more progress, because they manage their fatigue properly, they recover properly from session to session. And this is why I focus so much on what I call the Trinity: your gut, hormones, and central nervous system, because these three things controls way more than you think. So let's start with gut. Well, if your digestion is horrible, is off, you'll have trouble absorbing the nutrients. And when you have trouble absorbing the nutrients, your energy levels will be lower. You will be always inflamed. And when you have a lot of inflammation, your body wants to get rid of the inflammation. So it's going to use all the nutrients, all the energy to get rid of that inflammation, and not use that energy, the nutrients, to build muscle, to help you recover. And when your recovery suffers, your progress will slow down, your performance will drop, and this will cause you to stall in progress. I've seen this multiple times, and even with me. When my digestion is good, my training sessions are better, my recovery is better, I get stronger faster. And even with my clients, we've seen this. That's why I don't focus on these surface level things such as calories, macros, the training split. This everyone can do, but these little things that really matter are forgotten for some reason. And it doesn't matter how much protein you consume, if your digestion is bad, that protein will go to waste. So stop focusing on protein and start focusing on how well your digestion works. Secondly, hormones. Most men have lifestyle that completely destroys their hormones, especially the testosterone, which is a indicator of health and also will help you recover faster, be stronger, build muscle with much ease. When you have bad sleep, you're not having sun, nutrient deficient diet, addictive behaviors such as corn, drugs, alcohol, drinking on the weekends, terrible food quality, terrible environment, things will not work the best. And then they wonder why they feel weak, their strength is inconsistent, they're not making progress, they have no drive or motivation to go to the gym and struggle to build muscle. And lastly, the central nervous system or your recovery. And this is huge. A lot of guys are mentally and physically fried all the time. Too much stress, too much stimulation, and all of these things cause your hormones and neurotransmitters to be all messed up. And when these two things are messed up, your recovery will be affected, your motivation will be affected, your energy levels will be affected. Too much cortisol will tank your testosterone. If you're always stimulated, your nervous system will never be able to relax, and this will not allow you to recover deeply, especially if you want to get strong. Your nervous system has to be rested. They have too much intensity everywhere, in their training, in their lifestyle, their day-to-day life. And of course, there are some things that are harder to manage. So that's why your workouts should be according to your lifestyle. If you have a stressful life, you have a physical job, you should not be training 5 times a week, going hard every single session. So if you don't manage these things, progress will always be harder for you. So once you fix your recovery, your digestion, your training structure, energy levels, and progression, everything will be smoother. You'll finally feel energetic, feel great, make progress, be muscular, be strong. And this doesn't require more effort at all. Most of the time it's deleting things that are causing way too much stress. And most of you don't need more information. It's just a better system to execute these things. So if you are one of these guys who've been training for months, years, and you're stuck with your progress, you can book a call down below. It's free. Let's chat. Let's see if we can work together, if I can help you out. And let's say we work for a whole month. And if we work for a whole month and you don't see any progress, I'll give you a full refund and work with you for free for the next 3 months till you achieve your goals. And don't forget the guide down below. Go get it. It will be very helpful if you are stuck with your training.